What's up, fellow Titlephiles and nerds on YouTube? Austin0384 here with an updated review for my Sami Malik Fight Night WWF Big Eagle replica. I've had some time to get a little bit of knowledge, feedback, and insight from other people on YouTube, other people on social media, and I feel a little bit better about my purchase. I feel a little more confident about updating this review and giving better feedback. I feel a lot better about my purchase and experience, and I've updated my score and recommendation to match it. So let's get into it. On February 4th, 2021, I unboxed my WWF Big Eagle scratch logo replica from Fight Night Belts, and I was at first pleasantly surprised. The box was heavy. The belt, when unpackaged, it was beautiful on its face. However, I was disappointed by tarnish on the plates and on the snaps, and later found during filming my original review that the snaps were not aligned properly, and so I couldn't get more than 2 snaps at a time to actually snap in. Since then, I've received advice and insight from people like Steven Hammer, Chris Torres, NZ-Man, and That Wrestling and Anime Fan Jay in regards to using Testor's enamel glass gold paint to cover up the tarnish areas. And with some research, I found that baking soda and vinegar or peroxide wipes would also help in removing the tarnished portions of the metal. Now, as you can see here, thank you, Steven Hammer, and all the other people in the comments for giving me the advice, and check out Steven Hammer at his link in the description below. The snaps are still an issue as of March 18th, 2021, and I can't seem to get them fixed, short of getting a new strap from a leather worker stateside. And according to Sami, it's going to cost me another $300 to get the belt shipped back to that. Pretty much the cost of a new strap stateside anyway. So I've reached out to Sami regarding the snaps, and I wanted to see if he could help me with the cost. Not a lot. I was only asking for maybe 20, 30, 40 bucks back, which would bring me to my next point. As of March 18th, 2021, I have not received any help from Sami. Sami has responded to me, and it's not any faster or any slower than when I had previously ordered the belt from him. Or during the belt making process and the shipping process. So, he's been, pretty consistent the entire time. And I admire consistency in someone. Unfortunately, the consistency that's been shown recently is not helping my cause on getting the snaps to be aligned or replaced. Up until now, I had 0 issues with Sami. He's always been respectful, he's always been kind, and not overly zealous. I waited a while to post an updated review, as I really wanted to give Sami time to figure out if he was willing to do anything to help me. I would have rather had heard a no than to get 0 response at all. I think that had the snaps issue not happened, this would have been a very different customer service experience. So, I'm going to update the score to a 6 out of 10, and I'm adding 2 points for the plating as I was able to remove the tarnish, and there's an option to paint the zinc to the desired color to restore its luster. Fair is fair, and I try to see the good in people. However, I'm also not a pushover, and I'm going to state I'm really unhappy that I have to eat the cost of a re-leather completely, and that I wasn't even interested in doing the re-leather. I really would have rather have had the belt sent to me in a complete state. As for the leather itself, notwithstanding the snaps, wow. I am sure that there are better leather straps out there, but going from a Figures Inc. or a WWE Shop replica to this, it's like riding a bullet train after using a horse and a buggy for 2 decades. This is a very satisfying part of the belt, and the snaps notwithstanding is probably my favorite part of this replica. It really makes you wonder why the WWE Shop cannot provide this as a standard feature for all of their replicas. Like seriously, somebody over there needs to be kicked in the ass, and somebody needs to update the standards over there. So let me just clear up any kind of misconceptions. I'm a novice when it comes to buying foreign titles. For the longest time, I had settled for the Figures Inc. and WWE Shop belts as I thought they were the only game in town. So take any of the advice that I give you as rookie at best. In my inexperienced and rookie opinion, I would recommend buying a belt from Fight Night and Sammy. Just know what you're getting into. Lower your expectations from a $1,000, $2,000 quality replica down to the lower hundreds of dollar quality. Expect the wait times to be longer than anticipated, and understand there's probably multiple reasons as to why. These guys are giving you something that the WWE Shop and Figures Inc. have not been providing, and never could provide. Are they like classic shields and, you know, JMR quality? No, they're not. But for $300, I'm super satisfied with what I got. The customer service experience has been a little rocky afterwards. Am I still a little upset about having to eat the cost of a full re-leather that I didn't plan on doing? Yes. But you got to look at what you got versus what you'd be paying with the WWE. You know, I'd be paying $400 for a flat as a pancake center plate, 2 or 4 millimeters, on stiff as cardboard, because there's actual cardboard in that leather, and the quality is just not there, right? So, you know, as much as people bash them and they're like, oh, they're so crappy, you know what? They're really giving us stuff that we don't have access to here in stateside. And the fact that you can get WWF branded stuff, these guys are awesome. So I'm not going to knock them for that. So yes, I would buy a bootleg again. You know, regardless of my experience with Sammy, the quality of the replicas I've seen on social media, outside of what the WWE provides, it's phenomenal, right? And I saw that there's a stigma from people like Conrad Thompson and Bruce Pritchard. They both seem to look down on those who buy these bootlegs from Pakistan as being inferior or dirty in some way. And I think it's mostly because they're tied to Vince McMahon that they carry this sentiment, right? This is purely speculation, from the rumor and speculation. I would venture to guess that Conrad and Bruce have never held a WWE Shop replica either long term or even for a short period. Because if they had, they would understand why the bootleg market has taken so much money from the WWE. So I digress. That's another topic for another video for another day. So back to my original point. As far as purchasing another bootleg title from Pakistan in the future, absolutely, right? I've been recommended ORM, who I believe is Muhammad Nawaz, Classic Shields, and most recently another maker is on the rise, and I'm waiting for permission from them to mention their business here on YouTube. Once I'm done moving next month, I'm going to look into all of these makers, and my goal is to purchase a big gold belt, but not just any version of the big gold. I'm looking for the World Heavyweight Championship with the custom cut leather, the custom leather backing on the center plate and the side plates. This is the one that only Triple H and Shawn Michaels held in 2002 to early 2003. Those are the only 2 individuals who ever held that version of the belt. And for some strange reason, Batista had a photo shoot in 2005 with that title. Don't know why. Very confusing. So please, Support our Pakistani bootleg belt maker friends, right? These guys are putting, more heart, dedication, care, and quality into the belts than the WWE has for the past 18 years. It hasn't been until recently that WWE actually started stepping up their game, and I have no doubt that it's in response to the fact that overseas is really taking money out of their pockets. And Vinnie Mac loves that money, money, money. It's all about the money. Right. All that aside, though, right, there's a risk. There's a chance your belt may be defective out of the box. And there's going to be a long wait no matter what. I have a feeling, and I don't know, but I feel like it's only one guy, maybe a two-man group, who's making all these belts. If it was easy to flatten out zinc, if it was easy to paint it all, if it was easy to just cut leather and shove a whole bunch of snaps in there, I'm sure all of us would be doing it on our own. But we're not. And these guys are giving us a really good product, not excellent product, not pristine product, but a really good product for what they're charging. I can honestly say that I love the Big Eagle that I got, and I look forward to adding more titles to my collection further on down the road. As far as my channel is concerned, I don't ask for likes and subscribes just yet, as I don't have a content production schedule, and I'm in the process of moving in 5 weeks. However, I do plan on producing a replica belt video, unboxing and review, and history of the title, maybe every 3 months or so. This can be a very expensive hobby, and I don't want to hurt myself financially while feeling obligated to produce content at the cost of my bank account. I do plan on producing music videos, fan Titantrons, and some reviews for other nerd items, kind of like lightsabers, electronics, if I make an upgrade to any of the electronics in my life, and perhaps some vlogging. So please leave a comment and let me know what you might be interested in seeing, and I'll explore your suggestions and use them possibly for a future video. Alright, so that's going to do it for my updated review and recommendation for the Sami Malik and Fight Night team. Again, this is just all my opinion, very subjective, and your mileage may vary. I really think that Sami's a cool dude. Would I do business with him again? Yeah, I mean, for the price, for the value, it's not that bad. Alright, so it's about time to wrap this up. So, this is Austin0384 telling you to have a kick-ass day, and don't let anybody tell you that carrying your replica out in public is not a cool thing to do. You do you.